So, hello everyone, and good night and good afternoon, I guess. My name is Wander, and I'm here with Tio. Say hi to Tio.
Hi.
So, we're having this great event today, and we're really excited to do this really cool event in Celeste, Brazil. I think this is the first time we're doing a English stream, so it will be really nice uh, to be part of this event. So for now, what we having here, Tio? Do you have a clue of what we having?
I don't know. I see a very weird square in the bottom and two streams. What could that even mean? I've never seen this before.
Yep. Okay.
No, 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 no. We see it in the bottom left. Lockout Bingo is the first match. It's like the first showcase.
Yeah, nice. So we're having bingo right now. Uh, Vina against Wings. Um, it's gonna be a really nice match. Really excited to see. Soon we're gonna set up the count for so that they can begin the match, I guess. So let me get both of them. So I'm gonna set up the account. I'm gonna count 10, 9,
Oh,
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm doing two count. I said two countdowns, so I'm doing another one. We're- okay,
Okay.
okay, okay. It's fine. It's fine. We're going. Okay,
Okay.
and yeah. And bingo. So for those who have never seen Celeste bingo, this is just you have a board with 25 objectives, and the first to win 13 wins this match. And we do have some custom progression rules that I'll get to later, because first we probably should look at what is early on in this board. Because I see not much besides 1-up and 2A, I'm gonna be honest.
So if you're playing bingo, you would do like this objective then. What would you do?
Yeah,
What would you think of doing right here?
yeah, so I'm I would just scan first, okay, what is early, then check if the early things give progress towards some later things. So the early things here is, I think, only the 2A stuff, the 1-up and start berries, which is like top left and middle right. And that works towards 50 berries and 65 berries. 50 berries is in the top right, 65 is middle left. And that is probably what they're going to go for. But there are multiple options that either of these players can go for, because there are a bunch of objectives here. And I think those are the only real berry objectives, besides, of course, all berries and intervention. And then later
Oh,
start berries in 5A. Because, like, for example, we see both players here, Vina and Wings, playing just to city, not getting really berries, which makes sense.
hmm
And Wings here going for heart, which I assume will work towards 5 hearts.
oh okay.
But yeah, I can now, while they're doing it, talk a bit about progression rules, because both players can skip beating a chapter, and you want to um, wait with the skip for one of the longer ones. Like you don't want to skip city, for example, even though you see that, for example, Vina has done nothing in city, really, or not much at least,
Hmm.
because city is a minute after all.
But you
But
can
there's
like
a bit
skip like one chapter, just like one chapter, or every chapter you want to skip, you can do this.
you only have one skip so
Oh.
if in a match, so you need to make sure to use it wisely. But also the thing is that, for example, beating Rich will unlock Farewell. Um, beating or skip, like I say beating, but also skipping the chapter counts as beating.
Oh, okay.
Beating Temple unlocks Reflection and Summit at the same time. And Core is always unlocked, but you still need the hearts. So, for example, you don't need to keep your skip for Reflection, for example, because Reflection unlocks with Temple, with beating Temple.
But why is that so? Why does beating temple does like uh, liberate like these two chapters to play?
I would say probably because it would be really boring to just play through a 6 minute chapter that doesn't even have berries.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like for bingo, you see like Vina is getting a very clean one up here and getting the start berries,
Hmm.
while Wings is going for the heart. So you see Vina has the first objective, and also very important in bingo is to try to synergize with other objectives. So Vina also will very likely get the other start berries. That means I just got two objectives with barely any time loss between them, because otherwise, like if you would do, I don't know, hearts and then berries, that would not synergize together after all.
Hmm. Yeah, that makes. I guess like what I can say about the two players here, that they're not very used to playing bingo. This was an idea that came up with the event, which you can donate, by the way, exclamation donate if you want to donate. They're both like players that play a lot of any percent. They're more focused on any percent, IL training and stuff like that. So bingo is different from to both of them. Besides, like they having experienced bingo in the past.
Yeah, bingo is definitely something else, and I just recommend trying it at least out. Don't have to like it at the end, but it can be fun, especially doing all of these things that you normally would never do, like even in a speedrun, like which speedrun really does one-ups, for example.
Hmm.
And yeah, also probably both players will notice that the execution suffers a lot because you need to read the board, formulate a plan, and also play the video game. And it's not like Celeste is easy. Wait, is this a test of okay, this is a very good test awake try.
Yeah.
From Vina.
So Vina does like to train a lot, especially like Taza Wake. So he tried to do that just right now. It's very funny, but yeah. Uh, I think Vinagre has 28 something in any percent, and Wings has a 30 minute minute speedrun. So like a 2 minute difference between their PBs, but they play very similar to each other. So it's gonna be a really nice match. So yeah, you're gonna see a really there's like any percent strategies. Did Vinag just lost the key? Okay. Okay. So you're gonna see like really good movement for both of them. So that comes only for um, the decisions that they make and the routes that they end up choosing. I guess that this is gonna make a difference to both of them.
Yeah. And oh, 8 winged is on the board. Okay. So one thing that is really hard to do first, like well first, is prioritizing which objectives to go for. Because if you try to go for everything early on, you will probably not get anything later on, because you see Vina exited the site way earlier because he just did the Trey start stuff, while Wings did cassette and hearts. But Wings does it well here, not following Vina into resort, at least.
Hmm.
And also is pretty close then to the cassette getting a third one. Also, Rich has binos. But as you see here, Wings did use the assist skip for resort. Skipping resort is one of the better plays, because if you don't need to skip reflection after all, or summit, then resort is the longest chapter, still left.
Oh. So I guess right now Vina has the lead, but I guess like in the later run, I guess Leah is Wings trying to do her best to get those later objectives. I guess.
Yeah, Vina has the lead in terms of objectives, but Wings will at least soon have the lead in terms of progress into later chapters.
Hmm.
Question is if it matters. Okay, to be fair, we have stuff like 7B. That would be exciting to see. It is a classic in a bingo match, like 12-12 and 7B ways.
Hmm.
But yeah, we saw Vina go back into 1A. You might wonder why, but in the top left, you cannot really see it well on stream, but there is the objective to winged berries in 2 chapters. So Vina went back for the berry in city, I think.
Yeah. So I guess he's trying like a more very focused progression. I guess collecting berries and such instead.
Yeah, berries makes sense here. If I want to criticize one thing, it would be going chests first, but that is completely fine here after all, as we know that Wings is in 4A. Also, chests is the first bottom route, and like going bottom at the beginning in huge mess. Like
Hmm.
after talking to Shio, yeah, the boxes. But now Vina is in Tults, because there's also 3A heart on the board, so very likely going to the heart then. Also, Vina did get both Winged and City. I was not paying close enough attention. I'm gonna be honest. Surely.
That's the quality we're hoping for here.
It
And
has hard to pay close attention to both streams after all.
yeah, it is. And right now we received a 8 pounds donation, 7 pounds donation from Pedro Neves 27. He just says, "Big." Yeah, thank you, Pedro. That's
Big.
nice. Big Pedro.
Yep. You see Vina having 5 objectives here, but it is looking less bad than it seems, because Wings now in cliff phase, so only having, especially going down here, at most a minute left in
Mm-hmm.
this chapter, while Vina is going into Pico for 5 base. But yeah,
Oh, okay.
that
Do you think
gives
that the Vina seeing that he's getting all the objectives right now? Does it seem like the Vina knows where Dia is heading, Wings is heading right now, or
that is
does
a
it?
good question. Maybe he's like, okay, I like maybe he's thinking, okay, I'm ahead and I can just afford doing this because what else am I gonna do soonish? Like the only thing, like he now has to finish 3A, which will take like a minute and 10, 20 or something.
Mm-hmm.
So he cannot really do any other objectives in the meantime. So I guess that is it. Oh my, oh, if he actually if he nearly reset there. Yeah, the classic in Pico as bingo player resetting uh instead of retrying, because there is no retry option in Pico.
Oh man, that is funny. That is very funny.
Yeah, we as
He
Celeste player
knows.
maybe have the muscle memory to retry, but it would just reset. Like you would reset at the very beginning of Pico. I have to play everything again.
Hopefully, he knows the game. He knows the game very well.
Yeah, he realized. He realized. Okay,
Okay.
but also Wings in 5A now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, did Wings get the phone at the beginning of 5A? I
I
don't
was
think
watching
so.
Vina. I wasn't paying attention. Again,
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard after all.
it's hard.
Yeah. Wings trying to go for the wing. Oh, nice. Figured
Okay.
it out. Is this a 3B first pass? No way. Right? Right?
Is it? I think it is.
Do you, Vina, do you want to do it or not? That is the big question.
He's thinking so hard right now. He's using all his neurons just to decide this.
Yeah, the thing. Okay, so the thing is, like, if you have to think about something,
Mm-hmm.
just do whatever you want, because, like, if you then still decide to do something else, at least you did something, right? Um, like for example, Wings just played 20, 30 seconds or something, while Vina just stood in the menu, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is, but let's be real here. Like, I'm criticizing it, but it's really hard to route properly. But also, Vina just skipped a minute of uh 4A, yeah, not a minute, a minute of 3A gameplay to go into 4A. That means Vina has no skip anymore,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll see what Wings will do, honestly. Or more like what Vina will do. Maybe the plan was snipe 4 cassettes, but Wings just got that.
Yeah. I was thinking for a moment that Vina would just like go in the beside, look at the binoculars, and leave. For
Yeah,
the
that also
yeah.
would have worked, yeah. For example, there's also 3 red hearts. So that means someone might have to beat 3 B-sides here for an
Mm-hmm.
objective. I mean, technically it's 3 blue and 3 reds, but the blue hearts are not the hard part.
But I only thought the only besides that had binoculars were like 3B and 5B. I didn't know there are other besides with binoculars.
The So 5B has 1 binocular, 3B has 2, 1B has 2, 2B
Mm-hmm.
has 2, 4B has 4 even. Um And okay, 6p has 2 and 7p has 2. But yeah, the thing that actually, honestly, what I would have really loved to see would have been to play 4b from Vina. But I don't know how confident Vina is with 4b. The pause buffer double wall kick!
Oh, let's watch her. Oh. She's trying so much. Oh, wow,
Let's
yes.
go!
Let's go. Oh, that was nice. That was nice.
Okay, only needs one more heart. Question is how Wings will get that? I have no idea. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
But I would love a quit out after unlocking Unraveling to go back to the Theo's phone and start. But maybe Wings just doesn't know where it is because honestly, Wanda, do you know where it is?
I'm not sure actually.
Yeah, it's in the third room of start in the top left, like in the
Oh,
dash block room.
I see. I see.
But yeah, 5B is I think one of the best plays you can do then if you don't. Yeah, it gets a Bino, it gets a B side.
And also saves time then, right?
True, it still says time even from unraveling, but not that much anymore. But it definitely still does, especially if you have not practiced 5A in ages, like most people.
Yeah, I see. So Leah Wings is going for the burp drop. So yeah.
Yep, and Vina is getting the snowball bobs and taking it. 10 snowballs. Also very nice of just also going through the room to get it.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And yeah, Vina probably will know where the phone is in 5A. I don't know.
I think he knows. He knows.
But yeah, maybe Wings is also tunnel visioning, which can be very easy to do
Mm-hmm.
if you don't play a lot of bingo. Like you have 25 objectives and like keeping track of everything in here is hard.
Yeah, I guess doing routing in this, especially if you're not really used to play bingo, I guess it can be the most challenging thing to do. I don't know if I guess it's a challenge for every bingo player out there. Uh, I think it's the most challenging thing for a bingo player to plan the routing. I guess.
Yeah, especially because you still have to play the video. You still have to play Celeste.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to do your stats that are probably not that easy, and then also have to think about all of that. But we didn't go to the. Oh wait, I'm not paying attention. Vina did get the phone apparently because it's ticked.
Also did not feel. Would you believe that? Would you believe I also did not pay attention?
I said to both players before the match, I will keep track to see if nobody mistakes anything. Yep, I kept a lot. I kept very good track so far, definitely.
Yeah. Oh, Vin is having trouble right here. Okay.
Okay, so oh, what was that on Wings QB?
Oh.
getting pushed by one seeker into the other seeker.
It's like a co-op planned attack, like a assassination attempt right here. Wow, that's neat.
But yeah, also because this is lockout bingo,
Mhm.
so every objective can only be ticked once. So
Mhm.
if one person already got an objective, the other cannot get it.
Oh, okay. And what are the differences with all the? I see there is the like new types of bingo out here, like fog of war and such as
Yeah,
other types of bingo. What are their differences?
yeah. I mean, at first, Blackout is basically just beating the whole board. You can even play it just alone if you want to, but if you play it with multiple people, it's then like whoever finishes the board first, right?
Oh. Mhm.
Fog of War, for example, that you mentioned, you don't you only see one objective at first,
Mhm.
and when you tick an objective, the adjacent, so the objectives next to that objective you ticked, will reveal.
Yep.
No way!
No way.
Hi, Rick.
Hello.
So here with us is Rick. Say hi to everyone. Hey, how are you
Hello,
doing?
everyone. I'm Rick. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late.
No
Um,
problem.
so how's the status on the race going right now?
Yeah,
Can you talk about the objectives?
it seems like for now Vina has a lots of score going on. I see like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
8.
7, 8 objectives for two that Wings just got. But I was just talking to Gio here, and I guess yeah has is more planning of a long term, more in the she's thinking more in the future, where Vina is just like rushing out the objectives.
Awesome.
So
So wait, the objectives they have they're color coded. Who's Vina? Who's Wings?
Wings is pink, and Vina is what is this color? Teal. I have no clue. What blue?
It's teal.
Teal. Okay.
Awesome. So which objectives are Vina and Wings going right now?
Vina got 6 big berries and all berries in start of 5A and ticked at the same time. So Vina got 10 objectives now, and Wings is in summit for something that I don't know. I'm gonna be honest.
Bingo seems to be very game knowledge dependent, because having to know where the wing berries are in specific, right? Usually when players are going for the berries, they just think, okay, just collect this berry here, just collect this here. It's very difficult to actually have this thought to discern which one is a wing berry or not. It's like a bingo specific knowledge kind of, which makes it very interesting, I think.
Also, we're having a £2 donation from Keyhole. Thank you so much for the donation. Thanks a lot.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, in bingo you have to like know all of the stuff. To be fair, there is a bingo cheat sheet that you can use that at least tells you, like which checkpoints the stuff is. You still have to roughly know where it is in the respective checkpoint, but at least you then can figure out more easily where stuff is.
That seems very useful.
But yeah, it's very useful. I definitely can recommend it, especially if you are new to playing bingo, to have it open by the side or on your phone or whatever setup, whatever your setup allows. But yeah, bingo is quite hard.
So I noticed that Wings skipped a berry there, a regular berry, even though it was free. Is it because they are just not going for the objective? It's a long objective, I guess. Is that the case?
Uh,
Like they
maybe.
just they were pick it up.
The thing is, it is 50 berries, and Wings only got 10 so far.
Uh-huh.
After
So it
all,
doesn't seem like it's something that they're going for.
And on the
yeah,
left
it's
screen, Vina is also trying to collect the heart the same way Wings did. That's funny.
Oh, it's
yeah,
a
and also
skip.
yeah.
Go ahead,
Oh,
Sky.
yeah. Vina's going at it without pausing. But yeah, what I just wanted to say is, especially because Wings knows that Vina did go berries, because you went here for it, Rick, but Vina got all berries at the beginning of 2A, in start of 2A, and all berries in start of 5A. So Vina has a lot of berries, so it would basically be a time waste for Wings to try to catch up on with at least 20 berry deficit.
That is interesting because if you notice, so they can watch the opponent.
They cannot, but you
They can.
you cannot watch your opponent. At least it's not allowed. You should do it, but you can get rough estimates by what they tick.
I see. Interesting. So you can see the ticks, but not watch the opponent. So it's difficult. Like you need to have some strategizing to know what your opponent is probably going for probabilistically, right? That's
Yeah,
interesting. It adds so much depth to it.
Yeah, for example, if you just entered 2A and I don't know, played like half a minute, 40 seconds, maybe a bit more on 2A, and then your opponent takes 1-up into A. You know that your opponent just spent that time and is still in probably start to get a 1-up into A. So and you can do that for every objective here, but of course, if you get an objective, you don't have to immediately tick it. So there is a bit of mind gaming by just delaying an objective.
But that can
even
be
though you
risky
already got
because
it.
the opponent can tick it first, and if you're delaying that.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting. That is much more depth than I thought. That's pretty cool.
I was also seeing them playing yesterday just for training, and I see like sometimes they keep up the objectives, even though they like complete them, they keep up from this to themselves. What is the advantage to do this in terms of bingo? Is there um, a why for this or not?
Yeah, so like if you as an opponent, you prevent information from your opponent. So like if I see you take stuff in 2A, then stuff in 3A, and I'm just playing in 4A, I don't and maybe there's stuff in 4A, I don't have to tick it because I know that you're playing 3A, right? Like you're not in 4A. I don't need to tick it after all. And it keeps the other player guessing what the hell you're currently doing. Of course, it can be really, really risky after all, like Rick mentioned earlier. If you, for example, if you don't have that information.
Yeah, because if you go for an objective and then the opponent takes it just before you, then all of that time that you spent doing it is lost. Thanks for explaining the
Yep.
strategy for the people that might be joining in or want to be interested in learning how to do this. This seems very useful.
Yeah, if you also want to know more about bingo, I can recommend joining the Celeste community events channel, the Discord, and of course Twitch channel. I mean, it's a bit of self ad, but surely it's fine.
Awesome. Do you wanna post the link in chat?
Yeah, you can post it. I can try to grab it.
Yeah, there's also bingo tourney happening next weekend actually.
I just pinged my
The expert.
community. I forgot that earlier. Some people are coming in. Hello, Tim. Hello, 3.
Okay. I'm trying to link it.
So who is the winner is the one who does how many objectives first?
13. So Vina only needs 2 more, and is very advantaged towards the wing berries after all.
Awesome.
So I'm sending here in chat right now the link for the Celeste community events Discord. If you want to play more bingo, I'm in there, and sometimes I get like called to play some bingo. And if you're like liking the bingo, I guess it's a good server to be in. You can also be in the Brazilian Discord server if you'd like to be there, and also the Celeste card, which is the international community, which I'll try to link it right here.
This community is one of the most positive zone I've had the pleasure to join. It's actually amazing.
Okay, so
It's a little bit hard to tell, but do you know which objective they're going for right now?
So there is in rough the top left, there's blue and red heart in Ridge. So Wings is going for that one and also has 9 binos currently because the Ridge B-side has 4 binos in total. Like a lot of binos for a chapter. So got that. Now has not a lot of left to play for the end here. And Vina is in search getting the key, which means this is really rough actually for Wings because Vina just has to finish 5A, go into Summit and get the first Wing Berry there to
Oh,
win.
I see. So for that objective, you need to finish the chapter then.
You do not need to finish the chapter, but
Oh, they just need to
Vina
tick
does...
it. Okay, so
Yeah,
they got the key.
Vina
They
has
could
a
tick it
ticket.
if they want.
Yeah, Vina could tick it if they want, but they're I mean, I probably just would because
Yeah, because they're
why not?
at an advantage, right? It would probably be better to tick it.
Yeah, and Vina doesn't have Summit unlocked. This is the first time playing through Temple in this match. So, and before Summit, there are only 7 Winged Berries in the game, and there's 8 Winged Berries on the board. I mean, technically, there are 8 if you would do Winged Golden. You could do that if you want.
Mm-hmm.
It counts as a Winged Berry.
That's interesting.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's interesting.
But yeah, there are a lot of things that Vina can do to win because Vina is at 12 now.
Oh, they decided to tick it.
Yep, and ticked the key in search by now.
One more, and this round should be over.
And while they're finishing, if you have a friend that doesn't have Celeste and interested in nabbing a few great games, WDC and Humble Bundle have partnered to bring you Pixels with Pop Boys, a bundle with 4 amazing games that starting at $10, Celeste included. So check it out if you haven't. The link is on the screen, and you can also type exclamation event to chat to get a link to the bundle and contribute by saying the Marine Wildlife.
Yep, and Wings also got Bino in B-sides.
I think now they're going for the last objective of 60 berries, right? 65, I mean.
There's also 50 berries in the top right, so that is really quick because Vina already has 44.
It's interesting that you have 2 objectives for berries like that because you may decide to go only for one of them, but if both people do that, then it's not an entire time lost because the second person could still get the other berries first, I guess.
Yeah, the problem is the problem then is that if someone gets 50 berries, they
also decide they're already at an advantage, right?
Yeah, they're already at an advantage because they get to 50 berries first. But sometimes it's maybe smarter to just leave it up as a win condition for you, because why would the other player then go get 65 berries if you already got it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's not something that even has to
you never know.
because this is the last objective. You never know, technically. The only way to know is, for example, a lack of information, like a lack of ticks. So that means your opponent is up to something. You don't know what, but they're definitely up to something.
Well, maybe they might have a lot of objectives already done. Just didn't take any of them. They're just suddenly gonna checkmate you out of nowhere. No, that's probably not a good strat.
the Exodia move of just like having 5 objectives or something or more, and just on one hand just tick everything like that you have. Like it's always very exciting to see.
The Exodia move. Does that happen often, actually? That must be so
It,
scary.
Yeah,
it
it is.
definitely can happen. Like especially with an example I gave where you know that one player plays one chapter and you're in the other chapter, so you don't have to immediately take, right? And if maybe the other chapter also has like similar, like quite a few objectives, that definitely can happen.
I see. Oh, barely tried making it without a dash.
Oh, and I see that is the last berry from Vina, so that is 30. 13,
That
I mean.
is closing up. And just stick it. GG.
GG's.
GG.
What a good match. I really fun. I guess I can try to get them both to get a mini interview. Is that okay?
That's awesome.
Sure.
Okay, like let me get. Uh, what are the thoughts about the match? Or watching, what did you think about the match, TEO?
Definitely. I'm Vina played very well,
Mhm.
so it's really hard for Wings to come back here. Of course, there is stuff like tunnel visioning happening, but that is completely normal, or not knowing. Who knows?
Were there
Mhm.
points in the match where
Um,
both were going for the same objective and got cancelled by the other?
I don't think so, but I remember that Wings was already in Temple and didn't get Theo's phone. I don't know if maybe just missed it because it's really easy when playing bingo to just miss an objective or tunnel vision on what you're currently doing. Because of course you play the
Because there's
video game, you
too
have
many
a plan in your
objectives.
head, and there are too many objectives on the board to actually keep track of all of them, right?
That makes
Mhm.
sense. Because it's interesting because even if you're slower or do parts slowly, with more strategizing, you can still get an advantage in bingos like this.
I for example, like I have a 26 any percent currently, and I can still lose to people that have like a 29 or something around those. If it's just a few minutes slower, if they strategize well, like it's really hard to play bingo well, and the skill ceiling can be very high.
Welcome, Venus. Congrats, GG on the victory. Do you have any thoughts on the race? Do you have a lot of experience with bingo? Anything you want to share with us?
I don't know. I think I played well. I I think I routed well. I know sometimes I could have like gotten a winged barrier there that I just passed through it. But overall, I think I played well to my ability. So I'm happy with it.
Oh, hello. Sorry.
Hi, Wings.
Hello, Wings.
GG.
Yeah,
Hi,
Welcome, GG's
GG's.
for the
thank
match.
you. Thank you. Sorry I couldn't play really well. I had some like I when I opened the sheet, I didn't really have a solid plan on how to actually win or execute. So like I went for a plan that involved like getting hearts and getting B sides while trying to get ahead in progress and like getting enough objectives, but I forgot some objectives and just straight out got sniped on others, and that just left me completely out of waste when by like when it was 7-2 or something. So no, GG to
Yeah,
Vina. He played the better roof better. At some point, I was just glad I was scoring points. I wanted to get like three blue and red hearts before you won the game. Like you could have been a little less mean. But hey, it
Yeah, it was
happens. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, and only one B was left for you,
Yeah.
even. And it wasn't even much left, I think, right?
Mhm.
yeah. That
No.
I was also very lost at the start. I looked at the table. I saw nothing on city. I started thinking, what am I gonna do? So I didn't really make a plan for nothing like longer than 2 chapters. I just decided, okay, let me at least know what I'm gonna do first. And then I said, okay, I would just I really thought about skipping city. I really thought about skipping city, But then I decided not to. I decided not to. I just tried to go as fast as I could in city, and I was playing really bad. And then I looked, okay, all berries in start and one up into way. I'm gonna go for that. And then I went trying to decide what I'm gonna do next for the whole game.
That's funny because Tio was just saying in the city like you shouldn't like skip the city for for no reason, and I'm glad you didn't do that. But it was a nice match. I was watching you guys here, and it was a kind of a risky match because I was seeing like Leo was Wings is trying to get later objectives, so it's
Yep.
kind of a risky move. It's kind of a risky
Yep.
yeah, routing to do.
Yeah, if I lost, I was always going to lose by a lot, right?
But I guess Vina scoring too much in the early game was kind of throwing Vina off, I guess. Well, what are your thoughts about that?
What do you mean?
You,
I was a little confused. I didn't really know what route she was going. I didn't know where she was going.
Yep.
So I was kind of confused.
yeah, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense.
There's no way you know where I am if I just do
Yeah,
nothing. But
exactly. Like,
unfortunately,
did they snipe you in most of the start objectives?
like what kind of happened was that you got uh you got winged in 2 chapters because I skipped 3A for that. I didn't do any 1A or 2A stuff, but like for instance, I didn't even try Gravel Start, which you did. I didn't even try Jump on 10 Snowballs because I completely forgot and I just got that for
Oh, okay.
free. My planning was to like choose Scatterbrain to get the key in search, which we also did. I couldn't go back for berries and intervention, so like basically I just like I through mistakes and like suboptimal routing, I basically like choked myself off of like any counterplay and like early mid game objectives. So it was just like after a certain point, it was really hard to play for anything.
Yeah.
Because you're so far ahead and a lot of stuff. You also got 6 wingberries, which I was going specifically for. Uh-huh. So like you just sniped me on a bunch of stuff that I wanted, or I just didn't do them, or I was too badly positioned to do them. That's all.
Yeah, after snowballs and Theo's phone, this is pretty rough to play.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, and also stuff like that just happens, right? Especially if you don't play bingo every single day, learn to execute like a grandmaster of this game
Yeah,
mode.
it happens. It happens.
well, yeah, it wasn't a really nice match.
Yeah.
Love to see you all playing.
Thank
Yeah, it
you.
was a good showcase, I think.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, both of you.
It's really fun. It's always fun to play bingo again. We actually did a bingo translation very early into the server's lifespan. It would used to be like a common activity between like code heads like us. It's good to play it again after like some time. Maybe we should get back to updating our translation, getting bingo spread around in the community. Really fun to do this. Thank you, Tio, for commentating. We're glad to have you here.
No problem. And thanks for you two playing and Weekend Wonder for
Thank you.
co-commentating.
Thank you. It was nice commenting with you and watching you all play. Right now, I'm gonna leave the comment. You
Yes.
all
And
stay right
it
here
was great.
because we're not ending the event. Okay.
Exactly. Next up, we have Beanie% Crowd Control, featuring Ruan and Sadinga, 2 GM Plus players in our community. They're going to Beanie% is not really a thing people do crowd control for, but they were just insane enough to do it. And I think that it's going to be pretty exciting. Me and
Yeah.
Vina will stay here to commentate. So hang in there. Call your friends. We're going to be seeing you soon enough.
Exclamation donate for the live seas, for the dolphins and the whales and such as that. And thank you everyone. Thank you Tio. Thank you Rick. Thank you Vina, Wings, and everyone watching here. It was a pleasure commenting with you all.
It was a pleasure
Excellent.
commentating. Thank you so much for the invite.
Thank you. And see you soon.